Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Super excited to have you guys here with me every single morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern Time. If you're catching this on the replay, thanks so much for watching on the replay. If you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube on the replay, thank you so much for joining. You can always comment, like, subscribe, and share on the replay. If you're watching this live, good morning. Good morning, Rashida and Wanza and Erica. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. It is June the 1st. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, sorry. Message is coming in. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and share this. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing this on Facebook. I know you can't share on Instagram, and that's okay. But they can share on Facebook. And so we're going to go ahead and say share, share alike. Good morning, Howard. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Howard. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Give me just 1 second, and I'm sharing this really quickly. Hang on. I'm sharing. Hold on 1 second. Well, a couple seconds. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Instagram. Good morning. I'm sharing, guys. Just give me a second. Couple seconds. All right. Hold on. If you guys have not already shared this, please share. I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you. I think I violated somebody's policies and I got kicked out of a group. Oh, I'm so bummed about that. But it was my own fault. But it is what it is. Okay, so good morning, Vince. Hey, little dreamer. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Super excited to have you guys here with me every single morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern Time. My name is Keenya Kelly. I'm Strategic Brand Advisor for If You Branded, a branding and consulting firm here in Houston, Texas. I'm also the founder and CEO of Return of the Curl. So those of you guys watching me on Facebook know me because of If You Branded. Those of you guys watching me on Instagram is because I'm the founder and CEO of Return to the Curl. So thank you guys so much for watching here this morning. I help entrepreneurs to get clear, get noticed, and get paid. And so anytime you guys join me live or in person, you're going to hear me talk about branding, marketing, network marketing, and Jesus, because that's who I am, and so that's what I talk about, right? Now, I always introduce my cats. I've got 2 cats. One of my cats, her name is Maui. She's 3. I have a 1-year-old cat. Her name is Faith. Faith is like the Tasmanian devil. A lot is going on here in this house this morning that you can't see. But I also always introduce my favorite stray cat, and I call this cat Miracle Kitty. And I call him that because Jesus literally healed this cat 3 times. And you may say, well, why do you care about a stray cat? Well, I love animals. It's just kind of like my nature. I just love animals. And I was feeding this cat for a while, and all of a sudden one day he showed up and his face was halfway torn off. And I was like, oh my God, Jesus, please heal this cat. And I didn't know if Jesus healed cats or he just healed people. I didn't know. And so I cried out to God and said, Jesus, please heal this cat. Fast forward, cat's completely healed a month later, Second time he showed up, he was having some respiratory issues and his eyes were bleeding. And I said, Jesus, please heal this cat. He healed the cat. Third time, which was about 2.5 weeks ago, he showed up again with a hole right here in his neck. And I said, Jesus, please heal this cat. And he healed the cat a 3rd time. And so I always talk about Miracle Kitty. Because if Jesus can move in the life of a stray cat, I promise you that he can move in your life and in your situation. Do you hear what I'm saying? If all that happened for a stray black cat that is super shady, I'm pretty sure he will hook you up in your situation, okay? So I say super shady because I feed this cat like multiple times a day. And as soon as I open the door, he's like, and I'm like, how dare you? Hiss at me. I feed you. And I give the cat like ice water twice a day. I know, I can't help it. It's hot outside, it's Houston, and I love animals. I literally give the cat ice water. I mean, it's crazy, but I love animals, okay? And I think that I'm gonna get some extra rewards in heaven for taking care of the strays. Erica said, I wanna know, what does Miracle Kitty do at his stray time? Does he fight? I don't know. I mean, it's an outside cat, so you know, I'm sure they get in fights and stuff, and so it is what it is, okay? All right, so this morning, I want to chat with you guys from the subject, fasting for a breakthrough. Now, but before we go into that, if this is your first time watching me, I want you to type #new. If you've been here before, you can type #dope. That way I know you're part of my dope squad. Make sure you guys share this on Facebook. I'd appreciate it so much. And tag your friends that could use a breakthrough, okay? In all types of areas of their lives, right? Now, before I go into today's topic, I want to invite you guys to my live event I'm doing a live event here in Houston, Texas on Saturday, July the 29th. It's called Brand Domination, where entrepreneurs come to build $1 million brands. I've got space for, I think it is 50 people. I've got space for 50 people here in Houston, Texas, where we're going to go from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.-ish, so probably like 3:30. We're going to go from 9 p.m. to 3 p.m., and I'm going to be teaching all day on strategically building your brand. And so since it'll only be 50 people, you guys will get a lot more like intimate help. And so that's happening here in Houston on Saturday, July the 29th. Tickets for that event are $97, which includes your workbook, and it also includes lunch. But if you want the VIP, which comes with all type of stuff, like me, coaching, all that type of stuff, you can get a VIP ticket, and VIP tickets are $247 or $297, one of the two, I can't remember. And you get a whole lot of stuff with the VIP. But you can register for that by going to branddomination.net. branddomination.net to register for that event. We've already been selling tickets, so I can't even tell you how many we have left over. We started with 50, and I guarantee you we don't have 50. Like, I promise you, we don't have 50. And so if you want to attend that event, go to branddomination.net and register and get your ticket today. That way, because I got a message from the hotel, and something else is coming to the hotel that weekend, and so we're not going to be able to expand our space. So it's like, and that's okay. But for you, if you plan on coming, you better get your ticket, because once it's sold out, we can't expand the space because they said something else is coming to the hotel. So go to branddomination.net and get your ticket for that event. It is Saturday, July 29th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. here in Houston, Texas. Okay, branddomination.net. Okay. So let's get into today's topic. So today is June the 1st, which is my birthday month. I'll be 36 on June 23rd. I love my birthday. I really do. I think that birthday should be celebrated. I think that birthday should be celebrated for other people. And so if nobody will turn up for me, I will turn up for me myself. I don't really like cake, but I will buy myself a cake, or I'll bake a cake. Like, I really want to make a really good, like, carrot cake. I don't even like cake, but I just really want to make a really thick carrot cake, like the ones you see on TV. So I may just do that just because I'm like, it's my month, it's my birthday month, and I just want to make a cake. Okay, so I just I love cooking from scratch, so I just want to make this cake, right? So I probably will do that for my birthday. But I told you guys that if y'all want to be a blessing, and I'm not kidding, I am so serious. You know, if you don't tell somebody you want something, you ain't gonna get it. So if y'all want to be a blessing to Keenya Kelly for her birthday, because I've been blessing you guys, or whatever you feel, you can be a blessing to me, okay? All you got to do is inbox me. You can send me a PayPal payment, or you can send me a present. I'm not kidding. I'm not manipulating. I'm telling you like a TI is. I want presents for my birthday. That could be a card. That could be a postcard. It could be Chick-fil-A. It could be Chipotle. It could be a, what you call that thing? PetSmart gift card. Because, you know, these cats ain't loyal. And so they ain't paying nobody's bills. Okay? Okay. So I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay. So if you guys want to be a blessing, if you want to send me money on PayPal, it's KenyaKelly@gmail.com. KenyaKelly@gmail. Or if you want my address for the ladies, I'll give you my address and you can send me a gift. I'm just saying. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Tracy. Okay. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing this, I'd appreciate it so much. I'm so serious, once. I'm serious, girl. I'm serious. You know, you have not good, you ask not. I ask Jesus every year for a present, but I'm like, shoot, I've been on live stream. What's up? Y'all want to give me a gift? Keenya Kelly is in receipt mode. Okay? All right, cool. So let's talk about fasting for a breakthrough. Y'all probably laughing, but I'm like, I'm so serious. I'm going to the mailbox like, is there anything in there today? Is there anything in there today? I'm telling you, I'm expecting. Okay. Fasting for a breakthrough. So here is what is happening in the life of, that's it. Closed mouth, don't get fed. So here's what's happening in the life of Keenya Kelly. So it's June 1st, and prior to it stroking midnight, the Holy Spirit had been talking to me about this month. And it's not because it's my birthday month, because of Pentecost and all that type of stuff, and that God is something's happening in the earth in the month of June. Now, I don't have all the download insight. I don't know it all. All I know is something's up, right? And I'm like, okay, something's up, right? Now, for me personally, I have gone through lots of stuff in my life, right? And we all have. I'm not the only person, right? We've all gone through stuff in our lives, right? And the things that we go through have effects on us, right? Positive and negative, right? And so I've gone through some stuff since childhood and adulthood, you know, all that type of stuff. And over the years, they've had negative effects on my life, right? Then I've got, you've got your mom, you got your dad, you got your sisters and all types of stuff. They've gone through stuff too, which has an effect, right? And so over the last 2.5 years, I've been doing a lot of getting really closer to God, and he's been showing me all types of things. Now, we all have different calls on our lives, right? We all have different calls on our lives. And if you don't know what you're called to do, I strongly encourage you to do what it is that I am doing this month. And I'll talk to you about it in a second. And so God can tell you what it is he has called you to do, because he wants you to know, okay? He doesn't want you in the dark. And so I know that I'm called to teach people, right? I know that I'm called to teach Christians and non-Christians, and that I've been gifted in business. So he gives me the opportunity to talk to people in the business arena. And so, but I also know my past. I know how I've been. I know what I've done. I know that what I've been through, all this type of stuff, right? And so the last year, God has been talking to me about all type of things, right? And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about that? He goes, well, I want to work with you in this area. And I want to work with you in this area. And I want to work with you in this area. And one thing I learned from my favorite minister is called Graham Cook. Y'all can look him up. It's like graham cracker. And Cook is Cooke. And he said in a CD, he said, when God puts his finger on something, it's because he wants to give you an exchange, right? When God puts his finger on something, it's because he wants to give you an exchange. And so what does that mean? What that means is that when you start feeling like God is putting a finger on whatever is happening in your life, right? He's putting it like you just feel like it's constantly patience. Let's just say patience, right? And you just constantly feeling impatient. And God is trying to help you with patience. He's putting his finger on that situation, because he wants you to give him the impatience so he can exchange it for patience. So he can help you become more patient, right? And so over the years, God has been talking to me about my family. Like, he loves my family and I love them too, But he was saying that there's some things that had happened in our family that I don't even know about, that they don't even know about. And that he's trying to, help our family from all type of things that have happened years and decades ago. And so I was like, so what are you trying to say? Like, what you talking about, Willis, right? And basically what he's saying is that I want to use you to do it. What do you want? What do you mean? And he was just like, well, I want to use you to do it. And so I just started praying. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And so then I started having dreams, because I dream all the time. And started having dreams about this and what was going on in our family lines. And I started getting frustrated after like the 20th dream, because I didn't know what to do. And so because I didn't know what to do, I was like, okay, what does the Bible say? So, some things only happen through prayer and fasting. I was like, well, I don't know what to do, and I sure ain't hearing nothing. So let me do this, because I don't even know what to do, right? So I started a fast. I think I fasted from meat or something. I can't remember what I fasted from, right? And then I went to the Christian bookstore and I got the communion cups, right? Now, I don't even know if taking communion does anything in terms of what I was praying about. I just know that the Bible says, do this in remembrance of me, right? And so I was like, well, I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do everything I possibly can, right? And so I was praying and fasting for like a couple weeks, and then I just kept taking communion. And I took communion for 100 days, like 100 nights. Every time I would go to bed, I take communion, I'd go to sleep, right? And then I started seeing a whole lot of changes happening. And I was like, holy crap, what in the world? Now, I didn't say holy crap to God, but I'm sure he's okay with it. And if not, he'll change the word and give me holy cow. Okay, there we go. And I was like, oh my God, right? And so things started changing. And so then I started having more dreams and things of that nature. And so now we're here in the month of June. And I could feel something was going on in May, April, all that. And so the closer I got to the end of May, I felt like something, like I was like, okay, I don't know what's coming. But because I don't know what's coming, let me just prepare for a breakthrough, right? For whatever is happening. I don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm believing God for. I know what I need. I know what my family needs. Sort of, right? I know that stuff, right? And I know that God is going to do a lot of great things in this month according to what I feel like he is saying. And I'm like, well, I just want to be a part of it. I don't even know what I can do, but I'm just going to be a part of it, right? And I am praying for a breakthrough in other areas of my life for me and for my family, right? So I decided in the month of June that I would do a fast, right? And so today I want to invite you guys in on that. Now, granted, you don't have to do it. I am inviting you in because it's an opportunity for you to join in on what I'm doing. But this is not about Keenya. This is not about inboxing Keenya and saying, oh, no, it's not about that. This is about you taking a look at yourself, your life, your situation, your family, and your relationship with God and saying, you know, I could get closer to him. I can't quite hear him or whatever, right? It's an invitation if you want to get in on this, right? And so I know that sounds crazy to say get in on this, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And so what I'm doing for the month of June, and it's going to be interesting, I'm sure. What I'm doing for the month of June is I'm not watching any TV in the month of June. Struggle fest, right? But praise God, it's gonna be awesome, right? So I'm not watching any TV in the month of June, and I am God gave me a word for the month of June for me personally, what this month is about, right? And so I'm doing a study on that word, right? Now that word is very personal to me, so I'm not gonna share that word with you, right? But I'm sharing that with you. I was talking to God about an area of weakness for me, right? And I was like, area of growth or whatever. And I was like, God, I need your help with this and your help with that. He goes, great. I want you to study this. And so I sat down with him. And the thing about it was I had been talking to him about that thing forever. And so finally I'm at a place where he said, okay, this month we're going to study that. And I was like, okay, well, what book do I read? I like the Bible, Jesus, but sometimes it looks like hieroglyphics. I don't quite get what you're saying. So I need you to recommend a book for me that could be a supplement to the Bible, right? And I said, you can tell me what book it is. You can send somebody to tell me whatever you're going to do, right? And that day I ended up on the phone with somebody and they said, you should read this book. And then I went to my mentor's page and she said, you should read this book. So it was the exact same thing. I said, okay, reading the book, right? So I'm reading that book, and then it talks about the word that he gave me, and then I'm studying the Bible on that word, okay? I'm studying the Bible on that word for this month, right? And I'm praying about a bunch of different things, right? Now, I don't even all know what God is doing, but I know this is an area in my life where I need assistance. And I don't mean that I'm like wayward and doing all this crazy stuff. I just mean that nobody's perfect, and we all have these areas that we need to work on. It's like I got a whole list of weaknesses, but I'm like, I can't work all of them at one time. It's just too much. It's just too much, right? But we can work on one. I can study one, and God's like, great, we're gonna talk about one. So we're talking about the one. So for the month of June, I'm not watching any TV, and then I'm taking communion again for 100 nights. So this is a box I got from the Christian bookstore, and it has the little communion cups, right? Now, I already started this like last week. So I already started, taking communion and all that. But, I just want to share with you guys, these are my little cups. You get them at church. The little juice, like, listen, you know how the juice tastes so terrible when you're in church? This is terrible when you're taking it every day. It's like, oh my God, really? But praise God, right? So these are my little cups with my little cracker and my little juice, and I take one every night before I go to bed. I can't tell you that I'm like, oh, Jesus, you are the son of... I can't tell you I do like every night. Most nights, I'll be like, I'm ready to go sleep. I cut my lights off, and I grab my little cup, take it, and I go to bed most nights. I'm working on being better at it. Nobody's perfect. You hear what I'm saying? But what I am saying is for the month of June, this is what I'm doing for me and for my family. And so yesterday we talked about preparing for a breakthrough. Now, I'm not trying to get everybody saved on here, but if you want to know Jesus, let's talk about it. But what I am saying is that I know you guys are in business, you're in life, or whatever is going on, and you don't know what to do. Like, how many of y'all are watching me right now and you're like, I need to do something. If you need to do something or God needs to do something, just type a 1 for me. And thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing this on Facebook, I'd appreciate it. Good morning. And if this is your first time watching me, go ahead and type #new. We got a lot of new people here on Instagram and on Facebook. So just type #new if this is your first time watching me. All right, good. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being honest. So if you guys know that you need something and you don't know what to do, I recommend you do this. I recommend it. Listen, I can't tell you that X is going to happen. But what I can tell you is that fasting definitely gets you closer to God, because you are removing something that you want, so to get closer to God. So don't fast so you can get a new car. I mean, you may get that as a result, but I encourage you to fast so you can get closer to God, so you can hear God clearer, right? Like, if you don't know what you're called to be, what God has purposed you to be, I encourage you this month that if you decide to fast with me, to write that down. Like last night before I went to bed, I grabbed a notebook paper and I grabbed a black marker and I wrote down goals for the month of June, right? Business goals and personal goals, and then God goals, right? And I wrote them down. I put it on my refrigerator. Now, at the end of, what was that month? April, I wrote down what I was believing God for, goals for the month of May. And I wrote down probably like 20 different things. And when I was writing down June goals, I looked at my May goals, and like 7 or 8 of them had been checked off. So what I was believing God for, I believed, and then I moved in that direction and did the work, and 7 of those 15 things came to pass in the month of May. And it's not just because, I wrote them down. No, I wrote them down, and then I moved in the direction of what I needed to do to accomplish those goals, right? So this month I have goals as well. So I have business goals, I have personal goals, and I have my spiritual goals. And I'm moving in the direction of those things. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm denying myself this. I'm not doing this. And I'm not, you see what I'm saying? So I'm doing the thing that I know I need to do. Perfectly? No. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. If you're here and you're watching this, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on the replay, I want to invite you to, join in this with me this month. And you're not with me. So you're not going to be inboxing me. Okay, no. This is about you and this is about God, right? So I'm not saying you can't inbox me, but what I am saying is I don't want this to be about Keenya Kelly, pray for me. No, not to say that I won't pray for you. That's not what I'm saying. But I want you to be so focused on you and God, right? You and God, so that when things happen, it wasn't a result of Keenya Kelly's prayers. It was a result of you and your relationship with God and how much he loves you, right? That's what I want more than anything, okay? Because a lot of times we find ourselves going, well, God, you can get a prayer through. You can get a prayer through too. You, Jesus' little brother, sister, whatever, just like the rest of us. God loves you just like he loved TD Jakes. Jakes just got a stage, but you still got the same thing with God. God is still sitting right there like, hey, how you doing, Ashley? He's still there, right? So you don't need nobody else to get a prayer through. They can pray, but this month I want you to focus on you talking to God. And so that's what I'm doing for the month of June for a lot of different areas of my life. And so people always say, Keenya, you're just so wow, just so wow. Well, that's because when I'm with God, I'm not so wow. I'm like 5. You hear what I'm saying? And so I'm believing God for this month, and this month, and this month. But I struggle, with my belief at times, with my faith and all that. And then with the discipline to move in the direction of the thing. Don't get it twisted, right? But I'm encouraging you guys that we're in the 6th month of the year, which we're right at the close to the halfway point, because July means halfway, right? And if you're saying to yourself, I want to get closer to God, I need a breakthrough. Well, the person that can help you with the breakthrough is the one that created you. It ain't your mama, it ain't your daddy, it's God. And so I want to invite you this month to do a fast. I don't know what that is for you. Mine's TV. Yours may be social media. Yours may be music. You know what I'm saying? Yours may be food. You know what I'm saying? But I invite you to do something. And then if this is your first time ever hearing about somebody taking communion outside of the church, just do it. Go to the Christian bookstore and ask them for their communion cups. And I invite you to do it for 100 days. I mean, it's just a cup. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that. I invite you to do it, right? I mean, it's a when I see it, it's like an extension of faith for me. Like when I see Miracle Kitty outside, every time I see him, I'm like, that's my faith, because God healed that cat 3 times. That's my faith. That's my faith, right? And so every time I take the communion, it's a reminder of the breakthrough that happened after I took communion for 100 days. It's a reminder of that. And don't get me wrong. The Bible says, do this in remembrance of me. So he wants us to remember Jesus. And so I do remember Jesus, but it's also a reminder of what God did and what he can do, You see what I'm saying? And so I know y'all on here like, but I thought you were going to talk about branding and business. Well, I told y'all I talk about branding, marketing, network marketing, and Jesus. And so we're just talking about Jesus today and yesterday, okay? So I want to invite you guys to do something this month. You may fast for 7 days. You may fast for 14, 21, 28, whatever it is. I just invite you to do something, okay? Because something's up. I can't even tell you what is up. I don't know the details of what is up, but all I know is something is up. Some of my prophet friends, they know all what's up. I don't know all what's up. I just know something is up. I've been seeing little bits and dreams, and I'm like, I don't need to know the whole story in order to move forward. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to know that there are stairs for me to step down. I just need to know that you're going to be there if I fall off this stair and ain't no stair there. That's my thing. I'm like, I will jump off the building and grow wings on the way down, because I know at some point in time, either you're going to be with me or you're going to catch me or something. Right? That's how I am. All right. And so I just encourage you guys to do it. All right. Now, before we end today, I want to see, do any of you guys have any questions? I don't have all the answers. I don't. I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm studying. I'm trying to learn the scriptures. I just listen. I use the table of contents like it is my address. I go table of contents, Genesis. Listen, you hear what I'm saying? I know where Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are. I know Revelation's in the end. I know Psalms and Proverbs are together. That's what I know. Do you hear what I'm saying? And so you ain't got to be a scholar. I'll get there. Right now, table of contents. That's why I was created. You hear what I'm saying? Okay. So does anybody have any questions? Okay. Also, like I said, I want to invite you guys to my live event. It's Saturday, July 29th. It's called Brand Domination here in Houston, Texas. There were 50 tickets. There are no longer 50 tickets for that event. You can get your ticket by going to branddomination.net. What's going to happen at that event is that I'm going to really begin to teach you about what you need to do to strategically build a brand that makes you money online, okay? That makes you money online, right? We're going to talk about pitching, and I'm going to help you to understand that why you should be pitching every day, why you should be selling something every day, why your beautiful brand will make you money, right? And then how to do it, right? Because it's one thing to watch me, of course, in person, but I really want you guys, online, but I really want you guys to get an opportunity to like sit with me, especially during lunch, and we can look at your brands and things of that nature and really begin to help you with that, because the tickets are just $97, but I charge like $1,000, for a one-on-one session, right? But instead of you doing that, you get 6 hours with me for $97, but we only had 50 tickets for the event, and they're but they're not all still there available, okay? So I don't want to exaggerate, but they're not all still there. And so you can buy a ticket for that event. It's Saturday, July 29th here in Houston from 9 to 3-ish, okay? You could just go to branddomination.net to buy the ticket, branddomination.net to buy the ticket, okay? So there's no questions. I'm excited for you guys to decide to join in on the fast. Whatever it is that you're doing, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it is what it is. I woke up this morning thinking about TV, right? But, praise God. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to figure something out as it pertains to the gym, because my gym has TVs. So we're going to have to figure that out. Okay. All right. So that's it, you guys. Make sure you guys register for branddomination.net, the event. And then you guys can connect with me at KeenyaKelly.com. I'm Keenya Kelly everything on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat and LinkedIn. So with that, you guys, don't forget that if you brand it, they will come. If you brand it, they will come. So God bless you guys. Have a fantastic Thursday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.